Hi, this is Lucy and welcome to the Pitt Loft. This is a fairly easy build. I am going to do a quick build tutorial. If you don't have the Pitt set, you could use any other brick set. There is no wallpaper, no double walling, just what you see is what you get. If this is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned. So the reason for this build is that I have built a lot of tiny camps, especially on this character. I mainly use my ghoul, because this is Mina, my ghoul. I usually use this fishing camp here. It's great, except it's become so cluttered that it actually felt claustrophobic, and I thought I want to do a large camp. This is a working camp. This is the camp I intend to use mostly because I'm currently mostly playing this character. I enjoy playing a ghoul. I know some of you don't. So I've always kind of, I suppose, liked the idea of living in a loft, sort of thinking New York style loft, sort of an industrial building that's can be converted into living space. If you don't know where we are just near Mama Dolce's on the outskirts of Morgantown. I will show you where we are on the map. We are here. Vault 76 is here. The one thing that drives me absolutely insane about building here is the scorched at the pub. So I did make a very tall turret stand, so that as soon as they poke their heads around this post, they get them shot off. This is the outside of the building. As you can see, I've got a conservatory upstairs. It is very large, and I am nearly at max budget, but I have a little bit left to play around with. It's exclusively built with the Pitt set and the Rustic greenhouse. You could use the Responder set or even the in-game brick set, although that does have those white walls on the inside, so it's up to you. I use these Pitt decorations, the busts. I think they come from Daily Ops, but they went with the build. I also use these lightning lamps. I think the plan for that comes from Dangerous Pastimes. So, this is the workshop, and it is big, it is huge, I feel lots of space, which is what I wanted. Have all of my workbenches out, or most of them. There is an alternative beer, alcohol workbench that I actually prefer, but it's slightly too tall. It won't go in under the floors. I mean, if you wanted to put it in, I would suggest you do it before you put the upper floors on, because the upper floors will go over it. I found this out when I was doing the brewery. I like this one. Woo. Do you know what? I really wish. I'll have to do a thing. It's a bit late now, probably. I hate the up and down thing. Although, if they have not got rid of the can't see object in the relaxed building thing, they will effectively make building camera redundant. But this is the workbench I prefer, but as you can see, it will not fit under the ceiling. Got my cannery. I'm assuming, I don't know if you know, there is... Oh, furniture entry's blocked, apparently. I haven't used it yet. Oh dear, let's have a look. Why are you blocked? There was a problem. I tried to make... I'm on custom world. I rebuild all my camps on Custom World so that all the hours I've spent decorating don't have to be redone. I have, at the moment, still got regular build settings. Obviously, from September the 2nd, we will get the new system and we'll get relaxed building. One of these is supposed to be grilled fish. It's an error. They haven't fixed it yet. Oh well. Hopefully they'll fix that with the update. So, upstairs. This is my loft. I did put these out. I left one unlocked so that people can take them. They're really useful for collect pre-war food or eat pre-war food because they actually give you 24 in each one. I spent a lot of time on this kitchen and I redid it 3 times. I started with the white counters and I tried to cover them and yada yada yada. So I have lots of stuff here. I have my freezer. I have this cooking station. I know some people don't like this, but I just find it easy to use. You could merge any oven you want in there. It's up to you. I have my ceramic curio cabinet. I have my cabinet merged into a table. You do this the wrong way round. You put the cabinet on top of the table rather than the other way around, if that makes sense, and merge it. My critter cooker, which is really useful for doing dailies, for eating meat-based meals. Tea, because Lucy likes tea. Water, I might put some more water downstairs, because quite often we have to collect lots of purified water, although you get a lot from events, so it's not usually a problem. I haven't gone crazy with the merges, with the chessboards. Obviously there are a couple here. I've made use of the new bottles that are on this scoreboard. I have a colander in the sink. I have some produce about that I got from the new market. That's going to be difficult to merge a lot of stuff into. I was looking at it this morning. I only bought it this morning. I was waiting for my atoms. As you can see, we've got these really high ceilings. This is 1.5 tall. We have a skylight in here. The light is fantastic. We have a seating area. I did merge a newspaper into the table and a vase. So if you have something merged, you can actually just push a placeable object through it. So this vase with the rhododendron in, I just push that through the vase on a chessboard. So it gives you different options for vases, basically. I did ponder which fire to use. I was going to put a fireplace in, but then I'd have to put a fireplace downstairs, so I just decided to go for this one. This is the bedroom. It's quite simple. I used the corkboard as a headboard. This diary was originally on the desk, merged in like this treasure map. The only problem was, it was fine. It took me a long time to get them perfect. When I logged in this morning, the treasure map was fine, but the diary was showing the chessboard, and I don't know why, because they were both placed identically, so I don't know. As you can see, the lights are mostly hanging off of this conduit, and that is probably the only tricky thing in this build. Not all lights will hang off this conduit. You need quite a small base for it. If it's got a larger base, well, I don't know. I mean, that's logic. I don't know if it actually logic applies. The other advantage is I can put these spots up under the conduit, and they, because normally spots will only go sort of on the roof, but you can put spots under objects like I did with the clock. We also have this conservatory. I have my acid producer butterfly sanctuary in here, some pots with some flowers, and a table and some benches so you can eat out here. I don't remember this being a problem in the past. You can't sit on these benches despite the fact that they're quite a long way away from the table. The reason is the animation. You seem to, well, I don't know. When I try and sit on a bench when the table's not there, I have to walk directly in front of the bench to sit down. Maybe it's just these benches, I don't know. So I might change the benches up. I might put a few more plants out here. Budget-wise, I've got a few things stored that I could probably get rid of. But I'm about 90%. So I've got a bit of space. And over here in the other sort of sticky out bit at the front, we have the bathroom. So, yeah, I mean, it ticks all the boxes for me with space, decor, but loads and loads of resources. So, I will show you how I built it. So this is your basic floor plan. I put it one back from the line in the road. Obviously, you cannot put a foundation over this road sign. So it is 3 by 5 with 3 in the middle at the back. So I built this exclusively using the Pitt set. If you don't have it, as I said, you can use whatever you like really. Door. Plain wall. There's another plain wall here. Obviously, if you need to put confetti down, put confetti down. We have this sort of sticky out bit. These are windows. When you are putting walls over a foundation, make sure that they are attaching to the back one, not the front one. Plain on the sides. We have another window here and here to match the front, and one in the middle here. The rest, again, are plain walls. I used a stair frame. It's not actually the base stair frame. It kind of looks like it, but you could use the base. I have one that is called metal stairs with posts. I used that one. It is the equivalent. This is the base staircase. I think this was the first new staircase we got. It's just called metal stairs as opposed to stairs. That is the stair frame version of it. Just slightly more ornate handrail. That's the only difference. Right, floors. I used the base floors because they sort of look like weathered oak to me, and I quite like that. These are legal because of the stair frame, so if you make a mistake you can just take a floor off, it's fine. Upper walls. The windows are in the same place as the downstairs. The only difference is I use these ones with the kind of hood over them for the back, and on the front I used the ones with the balcony. or faux balcony, I guess. And the rest are plain. Actually, that is wrong. Because that's what the conservatory is. We need a wall here and a wall here. I used the rustic greenhouse door there. But we do need a door here. Just make sure it lines up with the rest of the walls. Plain on the end. Rustic greenhouse. You can do them with some open windows, whichever you prefer. Rustic greenhouse top wall arches, which will probably take me 3 hours to find. Finally, put a couple of those on. I also need rustic greenhouse doorway here. And rustic greenhouse roofs on the greenhouse. Be aware that I am using the flat roof, not the curved roof. So because the top story was 1.5, we are going to go around and just put half walls all the way around the top. Including this bit. Now, before I put the top wall arches on and the roofs, I'm going to show you how I did the conduits, and it's important to do it now because the conduits will not go through the top wall arches, but the top wall arches will go over the conduits. Build order, as usual. So I'm going to put a flat roof on, and I'm going to put another flat roof in a different colour, just so that I can see where this middle line is. Going to grab a conduit. I'm going to use the short one, and now I will tell you it took me 3 attempts when I built this to get it perfectly straight. You need it slightly proud of, it's not straight. It's going to be an absolute pain. Might work. Because it sort of sinks into the roof a bit, you need it slightly sticking out so that you can connect the conduit. It's not going to go. Right, come here. Sometimes you have to move things a lot so that you can just move them a little. Right, there we go. And just go along and connect these like so. No, right. If this happens, just take this one off. There we go. Remove the roofs. That first conduit will disappear, but yeah, I've got the same problem here. Do that. Put your walls back on. Hopefully, wow. That is, well, it's out slightly, but it's near as damn it. We now need top wall arches. We need roofs. I used these Brotherhood roofs. So 2, 2, 2. Go on. Come on. We need a flat one on here. And then the rustic greenhouse. And again, the one that is straight rather than the one that is curved. These are being really tricky today. Oh, just go on. Might be the conduits that's causing the problem. Don't know, I didn't have a problem doing it. If you do have a problem with any particular roof, try a different roof and swap it out. I mean, I use the green roof a lot because of this. It's much more forgiving. Because some of them have lips and various other things, so... Right, the only thing we have left to do is, I didn't mention it earlier, I did use the Pavillion set. I used these here and right. Apparently, I make these mistakes so that you don't have to. Apparently, it does not like going near the stair frame. So what I'm going to do, I'm pretty certain that we can get a barn wall on. I did actually have a short pavilion, a short pit wall there as well. So we're going to do that by placing a half barn wall. Now this works with the barn set. Whether it works with other sets, I don't know. So we're going to break that. And we are going to put a full one over the top. And we're going to put another one here because, as I said, I couldn't get the pavilion set in for some reason. We're going to convert this to this pavilion. I think it thinks it's a door. We can repair if we can select it. We can repair. If we can't, we'll have to go to our camp widget. No. We'll have to go to our camp widget to repair that one. The other thing we're going to do is add these halves on top. It is actually a shame that we do not have a pavilion top wall arch, really. It would be really nice to have sort of just a triangular frame, but we don't have it. If you wanted to put a different top wall arch up there, I didn't do this before because for the same reason here, wouldn't get the conduit over it. So do this afterwards. We also have a pit wall here, just a short one like that for the bedroom, just to sort of block off the bed, give you a bit of privacy. Going to go repair all. And we're going to convert this barn wall to a pit wall. Or the brick wall of your choice, or the wood wall of your choice. Or you could use the fire hazard set. If you can find it. There it is. So that is your loft. And as I said, putting lights on, I use those white springs ones. It can be tricky. I tend to go out of build camera mode. And just line up underneath it like this. I try to put them where these sort of nodules are on the... So that's a plain one. I did at one point, that one, see, you can see which ones will go on just once you get the position. I tried to get that on, it wouldn't go on the other day. So it's all about position. Looks like most of them will go on actually. So whichever one you want to use. This is the bathroom. I mean, if you want to grow crops, you could change these to crop plots if you've got them. I really like it. It's going to be a fun camp to use. And I really have to stop my vendor. I have so many plans. I have so many rare plans as well. I might actually start giving them away on Facebook groups because I don't want to put a 10,000 cap value plan in my vendor for 10 caps. Because I know that someone will come along and buy all of them and then put them in their vendor for 10,000 caps. That's not the point. The point is to give people that may have missed out on plans the opportunity to get them for cheap. Get them cheaply. You'd think I'd know how to speak proper English by now. I did forget to show you doors. For the doors upstairs, I used the abandoned clinic door. It's the wrong way around. Obviously, you might not want a frosted glass door in your bathroom. It's up to you. I'm just trying to let lots of light into the build. I didn't say already, this foundation is a cold steel floor, but obviously use whatever you want, whatever you have. And for this one I used this, which is just called metal door. I did originally put the sliding railway door in. I put this one in, which I thought went nicely with it, prison car door. But the door actually shows between the door frame and the wall here, and it just looked really odd. Last thing I did was just add some steps. Just the basic cement, concrete foundation stairs, like so. So this will probably be my last video before the update. I wasn't actually going to do a video in August, but I built this and I loved it, so I thought I'd share it with you. I quite often take August off to decorate because my house tends to be a bit damp. It takes me a long time to decorate because of my disabilities and pain. Last year I did the bathroom, but there is an area in the bathroom that's been causing problems, so I've been scraping and sanding it. And now I have some primer. That was the plan for August. Unfortunately, both my cats have been sick this month. They're old, they have pre-existing conditions, so the insurance won't pay out, and the vet has pretty much bankrupted me. And I have told them now that because of the cat's age, that I really can't be paying £1,300 for investigative tests that they had 2 years ago that were all negative, because it's a waste of money. Because even if they have got something seriously... Yeah, mole rats. So the stress and upset and the actual physical exertion have made me ill twice, and I really wish the universe would be a bit kinder at the moment, and I appreciate that I am not the only person suffering, that globally things are not good. So the only thing I can say to you is just be kind. Be kind to other people, be kind to yourself. That's all we have left, really. Anyway, I hope you like the build. I hope you have fun with it. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.